Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Backgammon Club study session for November 26th, 2025. If you're interested in joining us for our study sessions or our weekly tournaments, send us an email at midatlanticbg@gmail.com. We're playing tonight, the day before Thanksgiving in the US, and so thank you all for joining us. Kind of an unusual day for our weekly tournament and study session. I did want to announce, and I'll make an announcement again, that Eric is going to give a presentation next week on the Keith count. The Keith count is a method for calculating cube actions in races. So when there's no more contact and you're just racing, and the Keith count's a pretty good way. It's not foolproof, but it's very strong. Good way of checking to see if you have a cube and whether or not you can take. So Eric, you're going to be presenting that for us next week.
Yes.
And you got some positions to show us that we can try out the Keith count on.
Yes.
All right. That's going to be great. So we'll do that next week in lieu of our regular study session. Okay, let's get going with our match. We're picking up from last week. If you're going to vote, you want to go to slido.com and enter the code 1296. And the white team is going to be me and Rick and Eric, and we are on roll, and I can't imagine we're going to cube. Among other things, we're ahead in the match, 7 away, but we're also kind of stuck behind this prime. So I think we're going to roll for it. Plus, we might roll unwelcome things like this.
We want to advance the 22?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the question is the ace.
The question is the ace. Okay. If you were scared of getting pointed on, you might do this.
Yeah.
I'm more scared of doing that than getting pointed on.
So you don't like the lack of flexibility that entails.
Correct.
Okay. If you didn't care about leaving blots everywhere, you might do this.
Yeah. It might be more dangerous than getting pointed on that.
And then what's the other play? Maybe this?
Yeah, that's the one I found.
Okay.
That's my vote. I'm usually one way too willing to leave blots everywhere, and I don't even like the 13-12.
Okay. All right, Eric, you're okay with this?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. And XG says yes. Look at how bad this play was to stack them up on the 4-point.
Can you put it on arrow so we can see how it plays?
There we go.
Yeah, so okay.
And look at the 13-12.
Way too loose.
No.
By the way, my new computer, it's really fast. Here, watch me highlight a bunch of plays and hit double plus. Watch how fast it goes. Are you ready? Bam.
All right.
Yeah.
You bought a new computer just
to make... I got a new computer just for these study sessions.
Wow, that's dedication. Congrats.
Okay.
Right.
Let's do
I think we roll.
Yep, let's roll. Okay. Double fives.
I'm sorry, I said that for the group. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's a good news, bad news type roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can always put some comments in the chat. So if you have a play that you're interested in us voting on, you can put it in the chat, and I'll put it in the Slido. You can also unmute yourself and give me whatever move you'd like to see. Jacob, the 24, the checker on the 24 is blocked.
Yep. Sorry about that.
No problem. All those checkers in the back are blocked. There may be only one reasonable looking play, which is just to do this. I can't even see another play that I would want to consider.
I considered 8-3 twice, and then 9-4 once, and 6-1 once. So leaving a single shot plus an indirect. You
Say it
see what I
again.
mean?
Say it again, Eric. What was-
8-3 twice, and
Yeah.
then 9-4 6-1.
Uh-huh.
Can you make that play so we see how it looks?
8-3 twice, 9-4 6-1.
Yeah, that leaves a direct 2, but an indirect 7, and it doesn't stack so many on the same point.
Right.
But I still think the first play is probably better.
So here's
Yeah.
the first play.
Yeah.
For red, not really all that exciting, but maybe the best of a bad lot.
Yeah.
If you're here on the call, you should cast your vote in Slido. There's no votes in there right now. Okay, there are no votes. Jacob put in the chat that he wanted 9-4 twice, 8-3 twice. So I think that's just going to be the move. I have a hard time believing that anything else could be close. Yeah. Okay. We ought to consider a cube here.
That did crunch them.
Let's see. We're behind in the race. We have separated their army. We have outfield control. Do we have any threats? What are our threats in this position? Maybe
If we get something that makes the bar point, then they're just gonna wind up most likely completely crunching. But I don't know if that's what you normally mean by a threat.
Sure.
Well,
I would define a threat as any sort of roll that substantially improves our position. So it's very easy to see that hitting a checker is a threat, but I like to think of a threat more broadly as anything that substantially improves our position, which in this case, certainly making the bar point would substantially improve our position.
however, it's only one row, which is, well, two numbers, which is 6-1. and
Also,
1-6,
also double
but-
sixes and double threes would accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, so that's 4 numbers
4.
so far, and also 4-3 would point on the 1, which would also lose
That's
our
pretty
market.
good too. Yeah.
So six combinations that we found so far that loses our market. If we escape our 23 blot, does it lose our market? If we escape that,
I mean,
then we have a lot more market losers.
it might cause us to lose our market if we escape a checker, because we
That's
have
20 rolls right there.
yeah, there's a lot there.
Hmm.
Do they have a take? If we were to double this, would they take this?
At this match score in this race, I think that you would look for an excuse to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not very behind in the race, and they can still win by contact because they have they have a goalkeeper on the 24, but it's also a liability because it can be pointed on. There's only one empty space in front of it, so I don't think it's that good right now. And their board is close to crunching, so I'm not sure. If it's a take, I think it's pretty close to a pass.
If you think it's pretty close to a pass, then we should probably just double this.
Yes. Yeah, Woes' law, yes.
Well, Woolsey's
I think
law
so.
would be like if you weren't sure, but
Hmm.
maybe the way you're talking about it, maybe you think you're not sure, and that activates Woolsey's law.
Isn't Moses' law like if put yourself in the opponent's shoes, if you're not sure if you should take or pass, then it's a double for you.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah,
what Woolsey's law
yeah,
says.
yeah. So I'm not sure if red should take or pass, so we
Uh,
should double. Yeah.
okay, so
Hmm.
you want to double on the basis of Woolsey's law. Rick, where are you
Yes.
on this?
I'm good with the double.
Oh, okay. I'm a little less sure, but I guess I'm not totally opposed to it. So let's make it their problem. Okay, we're gonna double. And all right, I've opened the Slido up for the cube. Okay, we've got a couple of votes in right now in favor of passing. Only 3 votes. There's a lot more people here. If you're on the call, that means you're on the red team and you should be voting at slido.com. Put in the code 1296. We can do it with 3 votes. The white team's only doing it with 3 votes. Okay.
Bill and Amy voted pass on the chat.
Okay, so I think they're gonna pass. All right, let's do it. Let's pass. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, no double. Very easy take.
Wow, interesting.
So what makes this such an easy take?
Well, has to be the
The anchor for starters.
Yeah.
Yep,
Plus the
anchor,
4 point prime.
sixes play out, fives play on the near side. I don't think I guess you could crash pretty easy if you got the wrong number.
Okay, so I think there's a couple of things. There's also this checker stuck behind a 4 prime. That's not insignificant. And it's not so much that it's hard to get that checker out, but maybe in the short term it's hard to get out, and red can attack that checker. Red has a better board, so red can pretty much attack with reckless abandon, and probably has to. Why is it not a double?
I'm trying to figure that out. It's got to be match score. If we're at 69%, I would think that's if it's not a double, match score has to be something to do with it.
Okay, well, we could take a look at that right now.
Put us behind.
Okay, here's the position. But I'll just make it like this. So neutral score. Okay, it's closer, but it's still no double. And I think it's because there's really no market losers. I mean, not that there's no market losers. I think there's not very many. Not as many as we'd like.
Can you go to the dice distribution thing? It will show what the market losers are.
Okay.
I think it's Control Alt D to
Yep.
bring it up. Control Alt D should be the.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out how I can share this. Doesn't work very well to try to share this. I'm trying to pipe everything through OBS. All right.
Maybe you can just say it out loud. Which ones have my +1 equity for us?
Okay. Double sixes. Double sixes, double threes, a lot of those are market losers. 6-1,
Mhm.
double ones, a lot of market losers there.
Oh, yeah, I guess we advanced the 8 anchor to the 7.
Yeah, now that's
Yeah.
going to pin that checker on the ace point there.
Yeah, I see. So if those are all the market losers, there's less than 9, which is what you
Yeah,
need for,
so not enough.
yeah, or O'Hagan's law.
Right, O'Hagan's
Yeah.
law. Got to have 9 market losers.
Mhm.
Okay, on to the next game then. Okay, 4-1 to play. And I'm going to put in sort of the usual plays that you see, 13-9-6-5, and maybe a splitting play. Okay, the Slido's open. You can vote. All right, looks like the votes are for the usual splitting play. There we go. It's very close with the slotting play. And when you're behind, the slotting play becomes a little bit more attractive. How behind do you have to be? I mean, I usually go into sort of a more desperation mode once I'm 4 points behind in the match. 3 points behind, I'm not quite there. Okay, 3-2 for the white team. Could bring 2 down. Could split here. Their builders are in a good spot.
So, sorry, I was muted. I don't like the bringing 2 down. I think 8, 9, 10 is just way too many combinations.
Mm-hmm.
That second one you did puts, if the don't hit us, we have some good builders. I'd also be willing to consider the safe play.
This.
Yeah.
I would split them down. I think it's more balanced.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like that's our play.
Okay.
And it's very close with the other splitting play. Small enough difference that I don't worry about that kind of difference. I think the main reason is just the quality of Red's builders. And so it is a little bit more dangerous to split to the 21 point. They're definitely going to want to attack there. Like this.
I mean, like if they get a 5-4 or something like that.
Yeah, like, okay. But there's 2 reasonable ways to play this. And you kind of have to look at both plays. So I put them both in there. So one of them is the long distance hit. And the other is to point on the 4. The long distance hit picks up 10 more pips than the other one does. So after this play, the red team will be up 23 in the race. After this play, the red team will be up 13 in the race.
Stop trying to sell us nonsense. Make the 4 point, please.
He had to try.
I'm doing the best I can here.
Thank you, Bill.
I don't think it is that clear which one is correct. But I think there is a case to be made for hitting on the output, which is usually the correct play most of the time. but also making a point while pointing on ahead is also usually the correct play. So we have a battle of titans here.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think you got to consider the making the 4 point two good things, where hitting is really only one good thing.
I think that's exactly right. I think,
And why leave the blot on the 9 point? So
yeah. And what's that blot on the 9 point supposed to be used for?
it's there to make a point. So
It's
let's.
there to make a point.
Yeah, I don't think it's just one thing to hit in the outfield. We also semi-escape a checker, so that's also a good thing. We are going to race now with up with the 23 people lead, so we are already racing with the same move.
So I'm gonna guess that hitting on the 14 point is gonna be a whopper or close to it. All right.
Yeah.
I think everybody likes making the 4 point. Okay, let's take a look. So I was wrong. It's a double whopper. I underestimated how bad it would be to hit on the 14.
XG really likes Burger King, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we got to do something now.
And by the way, you can get Whoppers on Wednesday for $3.99.
You can get them here for free.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
even better. And where's that, Jason?
Right here, Mid Atlantic Backgammon Club.
No, I meant the actual sandwich
Oh,
that used to
sorry.
cost like
Yeah.
six something is $3.99 now. I saw it on TV.
I think this one plays itself. Yes.
20 and 11.
Yeah. Eric, you're all right with that?
Yeah.
Great. Sure, that's right. Yeah, not close. Okay. So this position as the white checkers makes me a little bit nervous. We're outboarded. They've got this big stack of checkers on the 6 point that are just asking to be put into play here. So
Should a double be considered?
I'm sorry, I should have. Yeah.
Probably not a double, but it's worth a look, I think.
Yeah, you're right, Bill. I'm sorry. I was a little too fast with that.
It was not double, but
But we should have talked about it.
interesting.
Okay, suggestions?
2 inner-board points.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in some other things in here. Okay, the Slido's open if you'd like to vote. All right, everybody likes the 2 inner-board points. So there we go. Let's go back. I just want to look at the cube. So it was not a cube. It would have been a whopper to double this. But definitely worth talking about. You know, one thing that's problematic for red here before the roll is, you know, the stripped 8 point. Red has made an inner board point, but has done so without the use of the checkers on the 6, which means it's not a great priming position. It's not bad for blitzing if you can make an inner board point, like with double 5s, but it's not good for priming.
Can you check how much running with the 23 block would have been?
Pretty close.
Oh, pretty close, yes. But also there's another running play, which is 24-13 and then 13-8 twice, which, sorry, 23-13 and then 13-8 twice. Where is, oh, it's probably like 23-8 and then
Yeah,
13-8.
23-8, 13-8 is
Yeah, there. Okay, it's a triple blunder. Yeah, triple blunder would do that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we really need to anchor up here. So how about we roll a 5?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Good roll.
sounds attractive.
All
Yeah.
right. There's the 5. That's a good play.
And
I claim cube alert. In other words, be careful how you play your 4.
yeah, probably 13-9.
Probably 13-9. What are the conditions where you would be interested in a play like this? What?
Well, if we had an actual board.
There's that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's some other conditions where you might be interested in making a play like that.
If we are want to do a tempo hit to stop red from doing something, which is not the case here.
Yeah, a tempo hit. And I don't see that this requires a tempo play.
Yeah.
So I think this has got to be our play.
Well, hold on one second. Aside, there is a little bit of tempo, and at 9, we're giving a 7 and an 8 to hit. The 7 is 6 rolls. The 8 is how many? 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, right? So 6 more rolls. So that's 13 rolls. If we put it on the 2, there's the any 2,
11 rolls.
and then which is 11, and then a 1 with anything but a 6, and we've already counted the 2.
So 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, and 1, 1. So that's an
Right.
additional 7 rolls. So that's 18 hitters.
Right. So that is more hits, but not as drastic as it would have at first seemed. So I wanted to at least consider if there's anything to be gained.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure there is.
I think we have more to gain by putting on the 9, because then if we're missed, we can make new board points, inner
Right.
board points.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I just wanted to consider the other more
Yeah,
carefully.
that's good. Good.
I
Good
double
thinking.
all legal moves, and that's one of them. I double this.
Okay. All right. This is going to be our play, and then we'll look at that checker play in just a minute. But I want to put up the cube without looking at any XG analysis that would potentially sway it. Okay. I got a vote up on the cube. So the Slido is open on the double, no double decision. Oh, right now it's tied 2-2. We need some more. Oh, pips. I don't have the pip counter up here. Hold on. Let me. Oh, that's because I'm trying to keep the analysis off. Sorry. There you go. Red's up 18. Okay, we got 5 votes in, and it's 3-2 in favor of doubling. So, all right, let's not wait any longer on that. Here comes the cube. All right, and I won't click on it yet. XG has an annoying habit of putting up little hints on there. Okay, so the red team has committed to cubing. So now we have to decide whether or not to take. What do we count on the number of shots, Rick? What did you have? 13?
I said 13, but I think it's 12. I think it's 6 for 7s and 6 for 8s.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right. I think it's 12.
Yeah.
It's not fading. So
We've got an anchor, which is a huge, without the anchor, it's a drop, but with the anchor, I think it's a play.
We don't have just any old anchor. We got the best anchor.
Yeah, and the hits are not all fatal. If I guess we have a drop if we fail to enter on the next roll and we're after being hit, but if we do get in, which is 20 rolls, right?
Yeah, which by the way
yeah.
is why it's a cube, right? Because those hits are, and a hit followed by a dance, and we're in trouble.
Yes. So yeah, I think it is a take.
I want to take this too. Even with the match score, we're ahead, 6 away, 9 away.
I wouldn't even let the cube hit the thing, but I still think it's a double.
Okay. All right. Double take. Okay. Now let's go back and look at this.
Oh, so no double.
Hold on. Let's look. I still don't have my
Yeah.
no double. I'm a little surprised about that.
It's because I think it's because we've got a lot of crappy rolls. Like we don't have anything in the outfield. Like we don't. Like there's some bad things that could happen to us. You guys come right in and you've got total control of the outfield to bring our checkers home. Uh, it's there's some bad things could happen from here, but I still thought it was a double because of the score. I didn't think this was a double at a neutral score, but I did think it was at this score.
That was my reason also, Bill, because we're behind by 3
Yeah,
points.
I was willing to and thought it was because of the score. I knew this was not a double if the score had been neutral or 0-0 or whatever. But I'm surprised. But I do see bad things that can happen for sure.
Well, you got your hit.
In my opinion, and my 2 cents were, I think it's not a double because your opponent now owns the cube, and there's too much play left in this game to be giving away the cube.
That's a good point,
Yep.
Antoinette. I never really, I don't think often enough about the fact that you're giving away the cube when I'm cubing, and I probably should do that more. That's a good point.
Cube ownership is pretty valuable. Okay, we got the Slido up on the 4-3 roll. I put in 2 plays on the Slido. You could hit, you could make the good anchor.
I think in cube ownership is the reason why you don't double when you have when you are 51% favorite.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's the reason you double when you are 70% or more. Like, yeah.
And by the way, from that point of view, when it's 2 away, that's why you can double when you have 51% because there is no value to cube ownership anymore at that score. Okay, the Slido's open if you want to vote on this 4-3.
Well, I think the hitting threat's the whole reason we had it, considering we had a cube. So I don't see any other play but hitting.
Okay, there are 4 votes to hit, so there it is. Yep. I tried to put in this play, but it didn't. It wasn't very popular.
Should have been a car salesman.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you with that undercoating. All right, we danced, and now double 6s for the red team.
Well, that's a big deal.
Jason, can you put the dancing position in a different window to see if they now, and give the cube to back in the middle to see if they now would have a double pass because we danced on the bar. Like, would this now be a double take or a double pass?
Yeah, let me do that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet this is a double pass now.
Yeah. Okay, double 6s.
Other thing about that. So, Eric, what you're saying is the combination of hit fan would be a market loser. At least that's what you think. And a hit was 1 and 3, and a fan was almost 1 and 2. So,
Jason, I'm suggesting 13-7 twice, 16 and 16-4.
Okay.
To bring as many opportunity as possible to point on the 2 if you come in on the 2.
Right.
I don't know if it's right. That's what I would do.
Great. I agree with Bill.
Okay, the Slido's open to vote. All right, that's 16-4, 13-7 twice. Looks plenty popular. Let's do it.
Oh boy, I always feel pressure when like somebody I suggested is probably wrong.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna make the Bill Spruce play.
Don't accuse me.
And Bill Spruce gets 2 millipoints of smug equity. Good job, Bill. Nobody talked about this play.
I thought about
I
it.
thought I thought about the 24-18 and 16-10 myself, but when Bill mentioned the extra fielder for the 2 point, I was swayed.
Another
Yeah, and I
chance.
went for the current choice because I thought there's no point in leaving a 6 for him.
6-5 to play.
Hmm. Uh, 13-2. Maybe.
How about
24-13.
run from the 24?
I like 24-13.
Yeah.
Okay, Slido's open.
Interesting.
The
This
votes
is
are for 24-13.
all right.
Okay. All right, we're in. Oh, here's the 6-5. It's not really close. Okay, double twos. We're in. Here's one.
You can do the second and third right away. I guess 11-9.
Yeah, I like 11-9. If you were concerned about getting gammon, you might even, say this to get a checker in. We could just
We
get
can
pointed
see
on
that.
on the 23.
Yeah, that is a concern.
But I think it's a bit too early to be preoccupied with that.
Okay, so
Let's start making a board.
okay, Eric, good?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
My
you.
internet is funky right now.
I sound fine. Oh, look, the play I suggested is almost there. Not bad. Probably because it doesn't really matter very much. Okay, 6-1 for the red team.
What else is there besides 13-7 and 4-3?
There's 13-6. That's what else there is.
Ah, that's true. Sorry.
Okay, I've put both of those in the Slido, so we're voting now. So here's 13-7, 4-3. Here's 13-6.
I no. I voted for 13-7, 4-3 just because it's more flexible. It seems that spare on the 7 could be useful.
Okay.
Yeah, if um,
Exactly.
if 13-6 is played, then 6-2s are really bad for red.
Okay, so the vote was for 4-3. So there we go. Let's go back and look.
Even though 13-6 makes 6-2 really bad, seems to me that's correct. Interesting.
We got to figure out why this is because most of us really thought the extra spare on the 7 was useful. So why does it stacking
Well,
on the
you
6?
gotta clear that 7 eventually.
No, I realize that, and that was my thought that you're creating a odd checker on a point you need to clear, which is probably not a good idea.
You're
But
also delaying that checker on the 4.
And actually, something I hadn't thought of until, trying to analyze this now, but if you have a chance to point on the 2, you're going to break the 7 anyway. So you're not really gaining a builder.
That's right.
But you're getting safer in terms of return shots. If we don't have to break the 7 to hit, we can just
Yeah.
use the spare instead. But it's
It's a
probably
whole
not
bunch
going
of
to leave you too
trade-offs,
much.
but yeah.
I mean, it's not that much safer because there's only one combination that will hit on the 7, which is 5-2 when they come back from the bar.
I think the real issue with the play is 4-3. Okay, white to roll 5-2. Oh, we're stuck in the back. That doesn't go anywhere. What a lousy roll.
It is.
It's actually not so bad.
Jason's doing his great rolling again
Yeah.
for his own team.
Yeah, but I actually don't think it's not the end of the world.
Oh, well. I don't know.
11-6 and either 9-7 or 6-4, one of those.
What were you gonna do? Run out?
Okay, I don't want to play 6-4. I don't think that's a useful use of that checker.
Okay, then 9-7.
I'd rather just play 9-7. You could talk me into this to just get the checkers in.
Well, to ask your standard question, what's our winning strategy to win this game?
Oh, we're going to hit a shot because it's not that trivial to clear their midpoint.
Then do we really want to stack instead of making some more points?
No, not really.
Then let's go with the 9-7.
Okay. Where's Eric? What do you think? Oh,
You're muted, Eric.
Impartial, like either play is fine by me.
All right, let's do this then.
11, 9, 8, 3.
Okay, XG can have its 16 millipoints. All right, I don't know. All right, 4-3. How do you like that roll?
I do like it. 6-2, 7-4. Smack 'em. I think second best is 13-6.
Okay, I got the Slido open. Here, let's look at these plays. Here's 7-4-6-2. Here's 13-6. And then if you're really feeling chicken, you could pile them up on the 3-point.
If that last one you showed is actually the best play, I'll be shocked.
Okay.
I voted, but I want to change my mind. Is that possible?
It is possible. You can do that in Slido.
I guess you click again on the vote you made to make it, and then
Click on the
what you
edit
want.
response button.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. Edit response. Okay.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like the votes are for hitting on the 2-point.
Wait, I haven't voted yet.
Oh, well, there's plenty of
Okay,
votes.
I changed it.
All right, everybody's voted for this play. Right by a lot. I tried to get you all to pile them up on the 3-point. You wouldn't listen to me. Oh, well. All right, we're going to win this game by hitting on entering on the 23-point. Oh, didn't work.
At least we came in.
Yeah, at least we came in. We have some chances with our holding game here. Okay, first play we got to consider is, should we step out? Is there any reason to do this?
Yes, because they have a blot on the 23 there.
Okay. When are we happy we made this play?
When we are hit and we hit back on the 23, or when we are missed.
Or when they roll 6-2, 6-3.
If you roll a 6-2, then they're leaving a shot, but they're making the 5th point on the board, and we're getting to a blot hitting contest against a much better board.
Right.
Same with the 6-1.
Okay, now what are the rolls where we're unhappy we made this? 4-1, 4-2, 4-5. And I think in general,
Even double fours.
I think we're in general unhappy we made this play on just about any time we're hit. We can come out on top, but like you say, we're on the bad end of a blot hitting contest. If it comes to that, and we don't want to be in a blot hitting contest. Okay. All right. What if we don't step out? What's our play going to be?
I think need
Either
4.
7-3 or 8-4.
So
7-3 if we're not expecting to get a hit next turn. If we are expecting, then 8-4.
Okay.
Let's see if we are expecting.
All right. What are their rolls that leave a shot? 6-2? And is it just 6-2? 5-2, and they'd have to vacate their 6-point if they don't want to leave a shot. I'm not so sure that that's.
And double fours. And double fours they have to.
Double fours are safe. They'll become awkward.
Yeah, it's just difficult.
Yeah, 6-3 clears the 7-point. 6-4 as well. 6-5 clears it and makes the 23 there. Yeah.
I don't think there's enough immediate shot numbers. I'd rather not put a checker on the 4-point.
Yeah. Okay. That's reasonable. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. All right. Guess I don't really understand why.
Well, can you see the dice distribution before for red at this moment to see like what would leave a shot besides 6-2?
Oh, well, I think
Nothing.
He may choose to rather than some other awkward play, but nothing else where they have to.
Right. Maybe the problem with putting that blot there is it makes it easier for them to choose to leave a blot.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
With or without a blot on the 22, I clear the 13. I mean, I go 13-6. Whether you got a blot on your board or you don't.
Okay, and then there's another way you can come off the midpoint, which is to cover on the deuce.
Yeah, that's my recommendation. Is it in Slido already?
13-7-3-2 is in Slido, yes.
3-2 is, of course, right.
I don't think it's, of course, right to cover that blot. Because that checker on the 7-point is a little bit awkward, and you do want a spare on the 6. So it's not entirely clear to me that 3-2 is necessarily better than 7-6. I could make an argument in both directions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anyway, the voting has come out in favor of 13-7-3-2. So let's do that. And we'll make a play and then stop the study session in favor of the tournament.
Are you considering a cube here?
Absolutely not. Not even close.
I think this play is better because if we don't do this and then they hit us and we hit them, then they could hit that blot on the 23.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd rather not have one there. We end up with 2 men back, and that's really bad.
So we can hit with all ones, 6-2, 5-3, double fours. So that's 16 hitters. Plus we got a blot on the board, which I foolishly recommend last time. So when we hit, we're still not even favorites. So, and then there's the slight problem of the match score, which is if you're leading 6 away, 9 away, you better be real careful about sending over a 4 cube because you're going to get it shipped right back to you at 8 very quickly. So
probably
I would suggest this is nowhere near a cube.
Agreed.
Okay. Now I do think we still have to hit this.
Of course.
They got 14 returns, where if they don't hit us, we might be able to get back into the game. All right, we're gonna make this our last play and then stop. Rick and Eric, can I
Yeah.
convince you to hit this checker?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. Not close. We had to do it. Okay, I think that's going to be the end of our study session. I just want to remind you all, if you missed the announcement at the beginning, that next week, Eric is going to do a presentation on the Keith count, which is a way of seeing if you have a double or a take in a race. And Eric is going to show us how to do the Keith count, and is going to bring some examples. We will do that in lieu of our regular study session. So that's definitely something that you're going to want to check out. We will record that just like we do all of our regular study sessions. All right, thank you for joining us for the Mid-Atlantic Backgammon Club study session for November 26, 2025. If you'd like to join our weekly tournaments or our study sessions, send us an email to midatlanticvg@gmail.com. We'll see you next week for Eric's presentation on the Keith count.